All right. Hey, everybody. This is Steven Butler back with another video. This is going to be a little bit of a different type of video for me. I don't think I've ever done one like this before. And what you see before you is an action figure of a character that was my favorite growing up, the Vision from Marvel Comics, from the Avengers specifically. And he, for whatever reason, I can't remember why, but from the time I was like, I don't know, first encountered him at 5 years old maybe, during the time called the Kree Skrull War of Marvel Comics, and fell in love with the character and have loved him ever since. Well, I say that. I have no idea what's going on with him now, because I don't read Marvel Comics anymore, so I don't know if he's even resembles this anymore, or if they're even using him. I'm assuming that they are, but I'm not sure. I know he was in the movies, and I know he was on the TV WandaVision, and I even heard that they were doing something new with him, either for TV or the movies. I don't know. I can't keep up with all of that stuff, but I remember loving the classic version of the Vision, and that's what this is. And what I'm going to do with this is something that I've just kind of stumbled into over the last couple of years. I'm going to do a remarque on this action figure, right on the plastic of this action figure. And remarques are basically just drawings done on usually comic books, and I've done a lot of them, but here lately, within the last I don't know, year and a half to 2 years, I've been asked to do them on everything from Funko Pops to action figures like this. And so that is what I'm about to do here, just to give a little demonstration of how I personally go about doing remarques. And I'm going to do it in an image. I don't want to cover up his face or anything. This was a gift given to me many years ago, and I've had it hanging in my studio for a long time, and I thought that it would be a cool idea to use this as just kind of a showcase to show you guys what I usually do with remarques. What I usually start out with, because I cannot draw on this with a pencil, you've got to go in with it with the ink pen. And I first started out using just regular Sharpies, but I found that worked okay, I guess, but I really had to work hard at it. And I said, I wonder if I have anything that could do it. So I chose one of these. This is a Pentel brush pen that you could get. I know Hobby Lobby carries them, but you could also order them from Amazon, and they're not that expensive. The ink is in the barrel of the pen, and you have to squeeze it, but it comes out. This is brush tip, and so you got to be careful with how you use it, with how you apply the ink. But I'm gonna see if I can pull this up a little bit closer, so we can you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. So I'm just going to go in with the brush pen, and I'm just going to start laying the lines down. And you know what? If I mess up, that's okay, because guess what? This is just a guide. It's the black line, and I'm going to use it to the best of my ability to guide where my paint is going to go, because this is kind of the way I work. You might be able to work a different way. I know I've done some sketch covers where I started with the paint itself, and then I put the ink line over the top of the paint. But most of the time, I find that this is working pretty good. Usually, whenever I'm not penciling something and I'm drawing a face, to make it work, I usually draw the nose first, which I don't usually do whenever I'm doing it with a pencil first. But I find that it's, for whatever reason, since the nose is pretty much right in the middle of the face, I tend to the eyes are actually the dead center of the face, but the nose just gives me a good starting point. But I mean, you kind of gotta visualize this ahead of time. Vision has these. He doesn't have pupils like the rest of us. His eyes are pretty much black all the time, even though in the action figure they have white in them, and I might put a little bit of that in there after I ink him up. But now I'm going to do the top of his head, and like I said, see, I went out of the line a little bit up here. It's okay. I'm going to cover that with with the paint later on anyway. And he's got that gem in his head. In the comics, it was just like a solar gem that he got like his energy from the sun. It was like a solar battery, and that was where the energy was came in from, stored, whatever, in his body. But in the movies, I think they made it one of the Infinity Gauntlet gems that Thanos had to have to, and that's why I didn't really care for the way they portrayed the Vision in the movies. It seems like they depowered him way too much. He's like almost like in Thor, Iron Man, Thor, Wonder Man, that level, Hercules. He's one of the heavy hitters in Marvel. At least he was in the comics, but in the movie they kind of depowered him. I still liked him. I liked the guy that played him, but I just didn't care for the way they took him out in those movies. But anyway, that's just me. Personal issue there. Whoops, let me bring it up. I'm looking at what I'm doing instead of looking at my phone that's recording this. Now I'm going to go up here and do his mouth. He's always kind of like Mr. Spock. He's not a very emotional. He's a machine. He's a android. So he doesn't show a whole lot of emotion unless it comes to Wanda. There was a time period, and that was whenever I was reading it. Time period whenever he was married to the Scarlet Witch, to Wanda, and he did show emotion then. That's because his brain patterns were based on Simon Williams, who is Wonder Man, who I think they're also making a TV series about, or a movie or something. All right, now one of the fun things I liked about him, he had this collar that he wore with his cape. He had a yellow cape and a collar that came out way like a, I don't even know where this kind of collar would come from. Maybe the opera or something. I'm not sure, but it would go way up here like this. And that's one of the things I liked. I think as a child, it attracted me for some reason. There were other characters that had big collars like this, like Doctor Strange and Dead Man over at DC, Mr. Miracle, Red Tornado, which was pretty much the same exact character on the outside. Just Red Tornado was kind of like the same character over at DC as Vision was. They were like brothers. In fact, as a kid, I always thought of them that way, and so that's. But the collar, for whatever reason, it was kind of a thing back in the early 70s. But the collar is something that really impressed me. And so here we go. I pretty much got this thing penciled, inked already, and then I'll go in with the colors, and you can that's when it's really gonna start to pop, because these colors really work wonders on especially this type of surface. So I am about ready to do that and apply the colors. All right, guys. Now that I've got the piece inked, I'm going to pull this back up. I'm going to apply the colors. And what I have here, what I use is these acrylic paint markers. This is a brand called Shuttle Art. I think I got them from Amazon, and there's like, how many in here? 60. There's 60 colors, and here's all the different ones that you get. That's a lot of colors to pick from. And I'll go ahead and show you one of these. I'll pick one of the colors that I know that I'll be using. Vision has a lot of green on him, so I'm going to use this one. It's a double-tipped thing. One end is like a pin, or pen tip, as you see here. And then the other side, which is the side that I mostly use, is a brush tip. And so I'm going to go ahead and go into this, and I go straight into these are very opaque. so I can go straight into the piece that I'm working on, and I'll show you how it's done. Now, the color on this is not always going to be the color that you see. It all depends on the type of surface that you are working on, and this surface here is plastic, and so everything that I put down here is going to be lighter than what you see here. But I might go back and touch it up with some other, I don't know, there might be a darker green in there. Yes, I do see a darker green, so I'll probably use that whenever I go in to touch it up. It doesn't take this very long to dry either. You don't want to touch it when you're working on it, or it'll sure enough bleed all over the place for you, or smear or whatever. You don't want that to happen, so you just got to be careful whenever you're going into it with the paint. But you kind of see I'm going around. I'm going to pull this back up so you might be able to see it a little bit better. I'm going around the black ink lines that I put down already. Now, if I touch those ink lines, yeah, they're going to smear. They're going to run until they're really good and dry. But even after that, you don't want to touch it too much. Definitely don't want to scratch it, because it is acrylic paint, and it'll pull right off. Now, if you want to preserve it, better, there's several things you could do. You could put it in some kind of a protective sleeve or whatever, box, or a see-through box or whatever. Or you can get some kind of fixative and spray it with it, and it'll seal it. And if you don't have fixative, well, you can go to your dollar store and get a can of aerosol hairspray and use that to go by. And you can see this is the color of his cape is yellow, so you see it's what it's going to kind of sort of look like with the yellow of the cape of the actual figure in the background. Let's see how this goes on. Pretty good. But anyway, this is a trial and error thing for me. I might find some other way in the future that works even better than this. I don't know. And some of you guys that are watching this may have already employed different ways of getting this done. They're different than this, maybe more economical, maybe more feasible. I don't know. I'm just feeling my way with this because it's a brand new thing. All I know is I was at Terrificon in Connecticut last year. And my daughter, I'd never used paint pens before. My daughter had them. She uses them a lot. My daughter Lily uses them a lot, and she was doing some stuff with the paint pens up there. And somebody came by my booth and said, "Hey, can you do a remarque on this Funko Pop thing that he had?" I think it was a Scarlet Spider or Sonic or something that I had worked on, a character that I worked on. And I said, "I've never tried it before, but I think these paint pens might work on it. You want me to try it out?" And he said, "Sure, give it a go." I said, "Okay, you're mighty trusting." But I did it, and it worked really well. And then what happened was, after that, is all of a sudden I got another client wanting a similar thing, and then another client, and then another, until it was to the point that was pretty much all I was doing. What started as like a side hustle became a main thing at that particular show. And because I think what happened was that first guy that I did it, he either posted it online or he shared it in person with a lot of his other buddies there who were also into this type of thing. And that's what happened. Word of mouth spread, and all of a sudden I stumbled upon a new type of thing. All right, now I'm on his face, and I'm going to do something a little bit different. He's red. He's got his body's red or whatever, red android. I'm going to see if I can do several different tones on his face. Yeah, I'm going to start with like an orange, like maybe where the light's hitting it over here, here maybe, and on this side. maybe like over here. I don't know, I'm guessing. I'm hoping it's going to look good. Maybe here. Okay. I don't know, just different places. I'm kind of thinking out loud right now. Maybe down here, side of his lip. All right. Wait. No, wouldn't be there. Maybe here. Okay. Now maybe I'll go in with another one, which is a little bit darker than that one. Yep. I'll go into areas like this. And this is where you're just going by gut, going by your feel, and see how it works. And sometimes this can be changed. I can paint over this and do another color on top of that later, which you can do with these paint pens. You can lay a color down and then lay another color down on top of that later. It's not always like right now. This paint is gliding over this surface because it's just like paint on glass or whatever. Any of you that's ever done like a mural type thing on glass, you know what I'm talking about. All right, I'm gonna go with a little bit darker one now. Oh no, never mind. That one's a metallic. See this? That's got a metallic, and I don't want to mix the streams. I tell you what, though, I am going to do something different. Yesterday I was at Walmart and I found these specific pens. I've never used them before, so this is my first time to use them, and we're about to find out together if they work on this or not. I think that this has a brush tip on the end as well. It does. Now let's see what it's going to do. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. Pretty much the same as those others. So it's very bright, very bright. It's almost like a tomato, a tomato yellow. So I'm probably gonna go back in here and work on this a little bit. Yep. Okay. I'm kind of liking the way that looks. But I'm still, see, I'm not being too careful in going over the ink lines, because I'll go back again with the ink and go over it one more time. So we're good with that. And well, he kind of looks like he's got a broke nose right now. All right, let me fill that up. And I think his gem is it's like gold, so I'll do that the same color as his cape. Which I'm gonna try this Walmart one here out on his. Yeah. Oh yeah, that looks really nice. Wow, look how different that is. That is cool. Yep. I think I got a hold of a winner here. Good. All right. But anyway, you pretty much see how it's done here. And here, this is me painting over another color that I had already put down. So you can see that it works okay that way. I'm gonna put this down here like this. Add a little bit of accent to this. I don't even know what you call it, a cape clasp holder, looks like a rope. All right, and one more while I'm here. I'm gonna get out the green and try it. See how it works. Is that it? Is that green? Yeah. Ooh, I don't know. That one's not really a whole lot of different. It is a little bit, I guess. Not enough different to tell. Not enough to give me the kind of shading that I was looking for. I might have to work on that a little bit later. But anyway, you see how it's coming together. All right, as you can see, I've went in and I've put in some of the more details to the figure, to the remarque. Added a background, just added some blue to contrast against that yellow, and to really pop him out. And now I'm going back in with the black ink brush again, and I'm just basically just going in and inking the parts that are, that I kind of went over with the paint pens, whatever you want to call them. I get on these things and I forget what simple things are called. So into what I'm doing that I'm not even aware of what I'm saying. It's kind of like I used to do that with my wife all the time. I'd say, "Baby, could you get me that thing?" She said, "What thing?" She said, "That thing over there on that other thing." and you know what? She was so good. She knew exactly what I was talking about. She was good like that. Anyway, finishing up with these ink lines. I want to make it as bold as I can, but that's kind of how I ink anyway. If I'm doing it on paper or doing it on plastic like this, I'm like a bold old school ink line whenever I'm working. I ink this way in a time where a lot of the other guys are going the exact opposite way and inking with thinner and thinner lines, which is fine. It's just a different style. My style is old school, and it just seems like these remarques tend to take the old school look really well. The bold outline extremely well, and it makes it pop off the page. This is where it gets hard, where you're making I don't want to turn this, but it's hard to make that line, that rounded line at the top. I can do it whenever if I turn it upside down, but I don't want to do that here. So just be careful. All right, I think I'm about done, guys. And this is pretty much how remarques are done. However long this has taken me, doesn't seem like it's taken very, very long. But there we go. The Vision and all of his android, synthezoid, whatever you want to call him, glory. And again, like I said, he was one of my favorites whenever I was a kid, but nowadays I don't even know if he's even being used, and I don't even know how many people out there would be even interested in him anymore, if they even know who he is. I guess they would from the movies and stuff, but I'm not sure how many fans of his are from the comics are in there. Now I'm just going to sign it, and I'll sign it in yellow across the top here. And this is really thick, so I'll be going over his head a little bit, which is fine. I'll just kind of give him a halo, and I'll go ahead and date it. Now this will be available if anybody's interested in purchasing it from me. Just let me know. But again, that's an experiment. Like I said, I don't know how many people even know who the Vision is to even want this now. I'm wondering if these remarques that we're doing correlate directly with how popular the character is. If there are any Vision fans out there, maybe so, but if this would have been a Spider-Man or something else that I'm more known for, I'm wondering if it would be more popular, and if that's the kind of thing that I need to stick with. But anyway, I enjoyed doing this. Thank you for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in. And if you enjoyed what you saw, please chime in and let me know if there's something that you didn't like. You need to not talk so much, or you need to learn to be more eloquent in your whatever. Just let me know. I love it. I love all comments. And so if if you would like to follow me and see more of this type of stuff, that's another thing. If you want me to do more of this type of thing, chime in and let me know, and I'll be doing more of these because I do enjoy them. So anyway, thanks again for watching. Like, share, and subscribe if you like what you see, and I will be talking to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.